Good day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen, whenever and wherever you're watching this video. My name is Satria Kemal Arifianto from the Sociology Department of the National University, or as we call it, UNAS. And I like to bring this video as a mid-semester test assignment in regards of the topic that I will be bringing to you is how awful TikTok as a social media platform serves the social matters and needs in the modern era globally. Now, as we know, TikTok since 2020, well, since most of y'all know this, it blew up by 2020 because of the COVID-19 pandemic, and everybody was overly scrolling TikTok on their houses, just staying inside their houses, isolating themselves in hopes of not getting contaminated by the virus. TikTok did not come exactly by 2020 in the pandemic. It came from an earlier state of the world. I might remember it's quite 2018. TikTok came back then in an earlier state of the world before COVID-19 globally was official pandemic. TikTok back then was a social media platform, not so fancy as how they commercialize it today, but they had their target audiences. Who are their target audiences? Simply people who are trying to reach stardom from doing the bare minimum of doing something great. Let's say dances, let's say Musically. For those who do not know what Musically is, this is the earlier state of TikTok as a social media platform because it serves most likely the few music that are capable of being served at its platform. That's not the main problem that I would like to elaborate. The bigger problem that I would like to elaborate as how TikTok is ruining how social media works in general. There are a few reasons. The first thing I like to talk about how TikTok is bad for the environment and for basically overall the social economic system of social media is because TikTok changed how people use the internet. According to Enobening Swara, that the internet that we used to live on is the internet era where we type in keywords on search bars. Is an era where we type in keywords on search bars, but now it's just okay, we open TikTok, we just scroll on whatever information we at least have interest and just get to stay on that information for like the whole video. I guess that includes to whether the information is important or not, depending on whoever. Well, it's not even depending on whoever is trying to look at it. Like, people have zero personalities. Like, they really have zero personalities when it comes to I don't know, like having interest at anything. I mean, people just do something. I don't know, just do anything. Do something. Just do stuff. Have hobbies. Like me, I listen to rap albums. I paint. I edit videos. I mean, does anybody's other tasks look like this? When people are saying like, oh, TikTok is great for the environment because it's new social media. In terms of new, I think it's not new. It's just, I don't know, it's just scrolling, and scrolling always has been here since like Twitter. And it's because these people, I believe, like mostly the new generation of people who just discovered the internet because TikTok blew up by when COVID was a global pandemic. Everybody was bored inside their homes because, like, I don't know, some are extroverts, some are introverted. I don't even know if some introverts are actually just introverts. I think some introverts are just people who got bullied at school and they just try to find something upon themselves so they could just cope off the harassments that they had to take in real life. You know what I'm saying? And other than that, I feel like people who discovered the internet based on this part of the world where it's a new time of the world are those who most likely never had experience on having the internet culture before that, that when I say the internet culture, it means as in like how people had fun, like nerdy fun. Like people had nerdy fun where they all create. Like the term content creator is because there's more than one platform enough to just give people the freedom to express. I don't even know if everybody has the same different quality of expression. Some people just express stuff that's basically already is on the internet and put that as in their personal opinion. Other than that, I feel like people on TikTok are I'm trying to conserve. I'm really trying to conserve how I explain this in a very politely full of mannerful choice of words, but I can't find it. The word I'm trying to filter is brainwashed, because like people just being in TikTok 24/7 scrolling is ultimately unhealthy. Like I think a lot of parents were right. Like it's because of the goddamn phone. At this time of the internet, that I could correct them. But back then, when the internet was majestic as this, I just think parents are quite concerned about losers, that they have children, and they know that they're losers. And when they're trying to find life on the internet, they think like they automatically understand everything, as if like that the internet is actually giving actual experiences. It never gave actual experiences. If you want actual experiences, go outside, talk to people. Don't just stay there at home. Don't just rot yourself at home like Asmongold, just drinking soda and let cockroaches crawl on them while he just playing video games. That's why your parents don't want you to just stay on Fortnite for too long. Another reason why I quite dislike TikTok is, this might be unnecessary, but it's quite interesting to me that they serve videos in a vertical dimension instead of a landscape one, which I know your eyes and your heads do not be in a position like this, so to think more about how they're trying to just fit in with how our phones look like, and people on TikTok do not care about how healthy the community just runs on the platform. All they think about is just, oh, hey, more attention span on your content. Okay, that's cool. Make more content. The more content daily you just upload, the more better your TikTok account. I can literally record a video of me slapping someone's head with an egg for like 2 seconds, and that just be it for like the whole day. I can just re-upload that until like 69 times. I mean, like 2 seconds. Imagine 2 seconds. And TikTok is just gonna loop that on your screen. Okay, this is a cheat code. Okay, you really are amazing at trying to just get people's attention without actually creating something inside it. You're not really trying to make something. You just do the easiest thing. You don't really have a purpose in content creation. A lot of people that already have like channels with 1 million subscribers in count, all they do is upload shorts, add like, I don't know, their face in some position like this, and they just put something on top. I don't know. It's most likely a meme they stole. Because why? Because I am ultimately confident they do not understand what are even memes. And by memes, yes, I am offending the content creators that are really just trying to do the least and gain the most, as in like everybody would remember, because everybody could do the same different, and when everybody could do the same different is not something to remember. Remember this, it's not something to remember. Why? Because everybody can do it too. You're asking me the difference between those people who just do repetitive. I'm not gonna say they are really progressive or diligent, or in a way when you say like Progressive. I mean, what's progressive of literally someone just uploaded something over and over again? I don't know, 69 times a day. Hey, look at me, I could do that too. If I do not care about the end of the internet by just literally wasting every other characters for the new link of that video, I can literally do this progressive type of content that I could just upload every day and install memes. If you're asking me what's the difference between those who just upload every day and ones that really make memes, but nobody knows who actually made them, is just because I'm gonna say this in a more academic, articulate way where most people are not so much educated about how to do the internet wisely, how to actually just find resources like credit resources of something that has been existing on the internet. If you're asking me why there are videos where there's this, or I don't know, just random text is a watermark. You can look up that person on the internet, and if they don't exist, then most likely you're too late. Between he deleted his account, or he changed his username, or he got his account demonetized, or like taken down for actions that he did to like blonde white girls about Taylor Swift. The third thing I like to bring up about how TikTok ruined the internet is how they monetized everything, how they turned content creation from just fun, friendly, I wouldn't say friendly in some terms, but a fun community just for the sake of being online and having do whatever fun thou wilt into, oh hey, you can earn money and this might be the new 9 to 5 job. It does not seem like a formal 9 to 5 job, but just because a lot of people are degenerate about how TikTok works and how they think that celebrity money is better. I wouldn't say in terms of quantity, but in terms of lifestyle, is for me, people would do the least as a contribution just to get the money, and that is one awful thing for the internet community that has been doing the internet for way before TikTok existed, especially people who knew which type of content are monetizable and which type of content are basically just for fun. I've been in the time where YouTube was just fun, was just, oh hey, let's make something, and it's because we can do it. It's not because we need money or anything, but we can do it and we know it's just fun. And in terms of do people see that the same different way? The internet has changed because of TikTok and how the evolution of content creator community has evolved into an unpleasant look where people do not know context as a whole. People do not see communities. People just want to be in one big blob of there's every type of grain of rice in this bowl, and not to think that it might ruin the flavor. Some things are not meant to be. For example, pineapple on pizza, and the other example is this is gonna trigger some people. Rendang inside of the water broth of a chicken soto. Imagine that, yeah. Now you know how the Italians feel about things. And the other thing that I would like to tell about communities where they are fighting for a more of a tertiary matter in their community more than just trying to build a healthy one is inevitable to me, because the image these days are more important than how people actually try to make something. Like, I can see a very big difference between people who use the internet way before everything changed because of TikTok and people who use the internet because of the global pandemic and they were forced to just scroll 24/7 on TikTok. I see this as in a United States political dictionary. Conservatives and leftist wokes, as as the leftist wokes are not really trying to create a better future. They're just using that word in terms of trying to elevate in every way possible. Easiest thing to know what how the wokes think is that if it's a new concept, is the future. That's it. By means, even if you are trying to cut your own legs. In another way, I'm trying to say that are you sh- are you sure that you're really trying to change the future into everything gotta be different? At what cost? That's my question. Second of all, why are people trying to be so blind about if it's old, it's mold, if it's not something of an innovation, and for a new part of the world? I'm starting to quite see this as a new world order in some type of way, but nobody ever talked about this, so yeah. In other cases, just see people don't really know what they want to do. And there's been so many people not knowing what they want to do. So in conclusion, TikTok is not a very healthy social media platform in terms of what it's trying to serve, the regulations that are making less sense than why the Enumclaw horse case existed. It also actually does not know how to operate. The CEOs, everybody who works on this platform, they do not know how to operate a very healthy, very great platform for people to create. Not just create, for at least people to share stuff. And if you're asking me, as if like there is no substitute to how bad TikTok is, I believe you have not been very around on social media so much. Because back then we have Tumblr, back then we have Reddit. Reddit was quite earlier day social media platform that served so many things. And there's a difference between Reddit and 4chan, of course. I can tell you that. But one thing to be sure, I believe that people are just not so much educated about how social media works and simply blame the money for everything that happened to the death of the internet. I do not know when it's actually coming, but I believe some y'all can't really access the internet soon enough. There's gonna be a regulation in the future. I believe there's gonna be a regulation either from our government or officially from the United Nations, where they would separate users by actual creators, as in like newsletters or people who actually have news or celebrity doing makeup business. That's gonna be separated from the viewers that do not have the capability of financially to create the same different product as these people who are privileged. But is that a bad idea? That might be a bad idea. But what's not the bad idea is that we can conserve people that do not really have anything to say on social media. There was a quote where I forgot what it says, but here's a screenshot of that, and that made me realize of how some people who are not mostly educated just don't think. This is very hard to say, as in like I am trying not to insult people who do not really know how to use social media correctly, but it's just hard. But if that does not happen in real life where they separate users, there's a thing for people who are actually pursuing creativity to get their lives back and have the community back, because TikTok ruined everything. There are some platforms that I consider people moved on just because they're outdated. It does not matter to me anymore whether the platform has the features of so-called this is new and this is gonna be the next new thing in a modern era. I've come to a realization where what matters more is how the social media just becomes a place as the purpose that it intended to, and everybody could just live a happy life without the money, without thinking that I'm gonna be famous and rich just through social media. Like it does not work that easy unless you want to pursue drama. That's of course easy. But other than that, I feel like there is not so much going on social media. And for sure, numbers do not speak of greatness, for manipulation is inevitable these days. I can't throw back through time and live in a place and a time of the world where everybody is honest. At least I know that. Although I'm not saying that this video is fake or anything, but I don't know. Every man for himself, I guess, is just surviving in everything that people try to monetize financially, where I think some of them are mostly unnecessary. And to this, I like to say that conclusion of how social media as a platform, as a place for people to communicate and share each other's ideas, is a better place where there's no money involved. But if you ask me where TikTok is gonna do that in the future, I don't think so. But if they do, I still wouldn't like it. In terms of they do not know how to start a healthy community, which means they do not know how to fix one. As simple as that. Yeah, well, that's all for me, I guess. I thank you, my lecturer, Miss Trirahayu, for this opportunity of pouring my consciousness into a sane form of educational media. And yes, I will be likely continuing this video in another time because I just sincerely like this topic. But for now, I think that's enough for me to explain. Thank you all for watching this video, and